Alon, why Salon? You with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another chapter read from Ramses, Volume 1, Series 1, The Son of Light. Just a new chapter we're entering, which is chapter 13. And I must say, 13 has never been a lucky number for me. You got what I'm saying? Um, December the 13th, 1991, the day of my trial, boom, prison, you know, um, 18 months later, well, a total of maybe 18, 19, maybe 20 months later, I did get the sentence reversed. I did come home in 18 months, but I won the case on the appeal, but it took 18 months out of my life. You got what I'm saying? Confined. I was confined for 18 months. Um, April 13th, and we're in April, and we just passed April 13th. April 13th, 1996. Um, I was locked up for a stolen car. Um, couldn't get out on bond. Maybe a week or two in, Philip Mars called my home. I was living with my mom. Philip Mars called and was offering me a job, was offering me an interview. And if you know anything about Philip Mars, if you getting an interview, you're getting a job. You got what I'm saying? So I hated that. You feel what I'm saying? But because of me riding around in a stolen car, I lost that. You got what I'm saying? So I say this to you again, you know what I mean? The number 13 is not a good number for me. When you break it down, and I always have to open my phone up to get the mathematics, but when you break it down, we're dealing with 4. And when you know what 4 is, culture, freedom. You get what I'm saying? And I must say that I knew the culture, but I was not putting righteous actions within the culture. My freedom came later on when I realized, let me listen to what this elderly man say, what this elderly man explained to me. Let me understand what my mom been telling me for all these years. You get what I'm saying? You get it? That's when my freedom came. That's when my freedom started. That's when the mental bondage of doing wrong and thinking you're right was freed. You understand what I'm saying? Was freed. The chains was broken. You get it? You understand me? Look, anyway, as I said, you know what I mean? We back with another chapter read from Ramses, the Son of Light. And we're on chapter 13. We're entering chapter 13. So let's proceed with no more delay. In his spacious office, Amanal was sorting his notes. A number of low-level bureaucrats had opened up to him, more or less willingly, with satisfying results. A sleuth at heart, Amanal sensed he was homing in on the truth. There was no doubt someone was running a profitable scam. When he found out exactly who his pursuit would be merciless. As he finished his summary, the Fail barged into Ramsey's residence, forcing the door to his secretary's office. Amanat stood up, feeling awkward around this self-assured young beauty. Where is Ramses? She bluntly inquired. I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe you. Suit yourself, but that's the truth. I hear Ramses tells you everything. We're close, but he left without warning. It doesn't seem possible. I wish I could make you feel better, but I can't tell a lie. You don't seem very concerned for him, not in the least, because you know where he is and you just aren't telling me. I'm telling you I don't know. You depend on him for your living. Ramses will be back soon. Mark my word. If anything had happened to him, I sense it. We're joined for life. That's why I don't feel worried of all the he's coming back. Look, let's elaborate on that. Let's talk about that. You know what I mean? Like I said, this woman is engaged to his brother. But you see the ties, you see how she's still, you know, barging her way with Ramses, trying to be in Ramses' life. You get this, do you get this woman? Do you get this goddess? Do you understand this? And I just say this to you, you know, women are beautiful. Women are very intelligent. Women are, how to say this, a temptation to every man that walks upon this earth. You get me? A temptation to every man that walks upon this earth. It's a test of your will. It's a test of your strength. It's a test of your patience. It's a test of your nurturing. You get me? Yes, women need nurturing. When you're dealing with a woman intimately, you need to nurture this woman. You feel me? You get me? Nurturing has patience in it. Nurturing has understanding in it. Nurturing has forgiveness in it. And all of that is the makeup of love. You get what I'm saying? That's the makeup of love. That is the brew. That is the recipe of love. You understand? And I just say this to you. A lot of these women don't know what they do. Because see, a lot of these women don't accept no for an answer. A lot of these women don't care about the other woman you with and don't care about the man they're with when they have feelings, strong feelings for another man. The thing that is so stupid, ignorant about it is that the men started arguing. The men started killing each other. Now, what did Ramses' brother, what his name, Shana, what did he do? He tried to kill Ramses, right? Over a woman. This your brother. He tried to kill him over a woman. I just explained to you, women are a test. You get me? A test. Got it? It should never go that far. It should never go that far. Let's get back into this read. Vague and contradictory rumors circulated at court. Some claimed Seti had exiled Ramses in the south. Others said the prince had been sent to inspect the dikes in preparation for the annual flood. I said the fair was beside herself. She had never been treated this way. The first night he failed to appear at their hideaway. I said thought he was playing a joke on her. She called his name over and over. A sudden chorus of toads and lizards, stray dogs and cats responded. Panic stricken, she fled into the night. You get this, an annual flood. Now, if you know anything about Osiris, remember the Osiris chamber was what? Flooded. You get me? The Osiris throne room was flooded on purpose. They broke the dam so it could flood. You understand me? It could flood his throne room, his statues, everything that was made for Osiris. They flooded it, submerged it underwater, so that it would never be discovered. You understand what I'm saying? But they have in Kemet, they used to have an annual flood. What do you think that flood was doing? What do you think? It was keeping the land moist, right? Right? Was it not? Does it not keep your land moist? Huh? Okay. So if you're flooding a certain area of land, that means that is the most driest part of your zoning, your shape, your graphic, your land zoning, your land measurement space. You understand what I'm saying? It's a certain part that's always, you get what I'm saying? And I say this is good for vegetation because you need moisture in your soil for your vegetation to continually to grow. You get what I'm saying? And another thing that flood does, it releases the bacteria, the waste that's in water from one specific spot. You come on now, from one specific spot, it pushes it down into the ocean. The Nile is a river that open that goes and open into a ocean. You understand me? So it pushes all the impurities that built it up in that particular part of the Nile, so that what? The vegetation will not be spoiled. The fish, the seafood will not be, contaminated. You get it? There's a lot, you got what I'm saying. That's agriculture. And we haven't got into the goddess of agriculture. I would like to know who that was. You get what I'm saying? I know I read a long time ago when it was, when I was in prison, I had a book that was explaining the gods. Why this person is a god, why that person is a god. It was very easy for me to get it because it deals with your strength. It deals with what you master. You understand what I'm saying? The man, as I spoke to you before, the person that went out and did the hunting, that was a god. That was a god of hunting. Nobody could do that better than that person. You get what I'm saying? Whether it was a man or a woman, nobody could do that better. That's who you go to get taught how to hunt, how to fish. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't do things on maybe you can go out there and get it done. They did things on assurance. You feel me? Assurance. We know these deers, these pigs, these wild boars, we know they're going to be in this area because we have already set it up for them to be led into this area. Now let's get this food and let's go store it. You understand what I'm saying? You get it? Okay, there are some things going on in the Nile River where that our seafood production is low. Okay, let's go on and flood this. You get what I'm saying? Let's go and flood this down and let's make sure that it push whatever is keeping the fish away down. And yeah, it probably did take time for fish to spawn, to grow, to be plentiful in that area where they go and fish. You get what I'm saying? Do you really understand? So what do you think they probably was doing? They probably was making up fish ponds. You get what I'm saying? Had them mating, had babies where they could throw back into the Nile so they could what? Spawn and the babies could what? Can grow, right? That way they can keep the cycle of seafood, of the production of seafood moving. You understand what I'm saying? They ate more seafood than they ate, meat. To be honest with you, crabs, shrimp, all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? They ate more of that than anything. Look, I ain't gonna waste too much more of your time. And where we at? Where we at? Okay, we ready to get an annual flood. Okay, you know what I mean? We're gonna go and set this down and get a good understanding, you know what I mean, that the way the Kemites, our ancestor, had to live, you know what I mean, it was a learning lesson every day that had to be mastered. You feel what I'm saying? There was casualties. You going out there hunting and you don't know how to kill a wild animal, instantly to stop them. Because some of these animals, you shoot your arrow at them, they still coming at you. You understand what I'm saying? You put a rope around them, you put a rope and try to trip them up, you get pulled by the rope. You figure what I'm saying? Because you ain't got the rope in the right pot to cripple this animal. You understand what I'm saying? So I say this to you again, you know what I mean? Give it up to our ancestors. Give it up. Yeah, we're living in a world right now where that we're not the prize culture. You get what I'm saying? We're not the prize. There's no answers anyone want from out of the black community. You understand what I'm saying? There's no answers anyone want. You have, we have, our culture have decreased our worth. It's time to increase our worth. It's time. You get me? It's time. Look, you've been with the nasty pastor. I'm out, and I love you.